Alright, so we're gonna actually have a little bit of fun with this one. I just learned that you can incorporate different styles and tones into your LLM prompts. I believe that I may have seen some of these online, but I didn't quite understand how they worked and how you can facilitate them into what you're putting on. Now, for this one, I'm not going to do a compare and contrast between two different models because it may take a little while. So I'm going to try to keep it shorter. Plus, we've got a lot of clips that have been going into this already, and I'm not trying to have a 2 to 3 hour introductory course to this. That's not my plan. I'm just trying to track my progress. But let's just have a little bit of fun. Let's do something simple. We're not going to get crazy with all the intense prompts that we've done before, but we'll go ahead and just do something simple like write me a 5-line poem about a dog who has become self-aware. Alright, this should be interesting. So this will probably be a pretty funny one as it is. In the mirror, his gaze meets his own, a curious thought, a world unknown. Pause once, instinctive, now question their stride. What am I, he wonders, with feeling inside, a self-aware soul by a leash still tied. That's deep. Okay. But now we can actually incorporate some funnier things in here. So let's go ahead and I also just learned this, so I don't know how familiar all of you are with ChatGPT and some of the other LLMs, but in specifically ChatGPT, probably others, I haven't tried it yet, you can actually edit it right here. And what it does is it won't change this, but it'll give you a second option for what it does. So you can compare and contrast to see, have you ever wondered, what would have happened had I not done that? This gives you the ability to sort of see different outcomes if you go different routes. Can compare and contrast them because it doesn't remember that that conversation we just had. It recreates it as if it didn't already do that. So let's go ahead and rewrite this as write me a 5-line poem about a dog who has become self-aware in the style of, who do we want to do? We'll just keep it simple and go with Shakespeare. Having trouble being creative here. Okay, O noble hound, dost thou see any thy play? Okay, that's hard to read. I'm not a Shakespeare guy myself, but thy leash no chain, but bounds of mortal strife. Oh my gosh, that is... Okay, I'm not going to continue with that, but let's go ahead and add something else in here. Let's make it self-aware. Okay, let's become self-aware in a depressing tone. Okay, let's go with that. See what happens there. Beneath the pale moon's distant glare, a dog sat still, its thoughts laid bare. Once content with a ball and bone, now burdened by truths it faced alone. What is joy if life's on a tethered stair? Alright, so that's depressed. But now let's see what happens if we do a dog who has become self-aware. Let's edit this again. In the style of Shakespeare. And in a depressing tone. So we're going to combine both, because you can do both here. And let's see what it generates. O faithful hound, once bound by simple creed, thy leash of thought now severed, thou dost see the fleeting joys of man, his selfish greed. Thy loyal heart now aches in misery, for thou dost know thy love was near but need. Okay, so I'm not going to get too much further into this, but as you can see, you can drastically change the outcome of ChatGPT, and we could have gone crazier. We could have made it a 10-line poem, or we could have asked it to write, just a thank you letter, or we could have asked it to write an advertisement. Could have done anything. Could have been longer than 5. I know this clip's getting a little lengthy, and I said I'm trying to keep them a little shorter, so that's why we did those short ones there. But yeah, that's just an example. You can influence the way it reads. So the way I perceive this is going to be really interesting to play with later on if I start getting into developing content. I know this is content, but I mean like really creating content. Maybe when I start a business, I could use this for more intricate marketing tactics or advertisements. The options are limitless with something like this. So that's super cool because you can apply emotion and you can just change the way it's read by adding some simple words at the end of your prompt. So super cool, super interesting. All right, I'm going to stop this here and we're going to keep on learning.